So, long time no see, here we are again, flying the Su-6 5.0 Russian attacker. Some people actually requested it, because they were saying that the VY-A-23s are very good cannons. And I have to say, they were right. This plane is an actual meme of a plane. It's not the best, but it hits quite hard, it has pretty good survivability, and the gunner is an absolute meme as well. It has a Brezin 50 cal, you know, that thing that sets everything on fire. Only problem is that the roll's a bit bad, and I didn't even know I shot there to begin with. And it starts off very spicy indeed. Trying to get defensive with the Ki 84. He does hit me, and now I have the A6 AM right on me. I keep my throttle on 0 just to make sure that he might overshoot me. I'm trying to get as memey as I can get with this plane. I'm not trying to be as effective as I can be. Of course I am to a certain extent. Didn't have enough lead there. Maybe if I pull my flaps in, but my elevator's damaged as well, and that didn't really help me out. And I'm just gonna extend away now. I'm not gonna go in a slow dogfight with an A6M, especially when I have a gunner, when I can just run away. I'm trying to get some hits in. He doesn't want any of that, so he's gonna dodge it. And him dodging my gunner means that he's gonna bleed speed. And the more speed he bleeds, the more of an opportunity I will have to run away. He doesn't want any of that, as I said before as well, and he's breaking off. Which is exactly what I want him to do. Him breaking off means he bled even more speed, and now I can come in, and if he thinks he can go head on with me, I'm just gonna spray a little bit, and he pulls right into that in the end. At this point I was kinda trying to get like as many kills as I could before I died, and in the long run that kinda hindered me, because I did miss out on another kill doing that. In this game I actually got 8, and the one after this I got 7, so I thought, why not showcase this plane? It's a bit of a joke. And also kind of really briefly explain why I didn't really make any videos. I'm only gonna spend like 30 seconds on that, but you can watch more of that later, because most of you don't really care about that. And for now I'm just gonna be flying around. I have 2 kills and I use almost half my ammo, which isn't really my standard. But I didn't expect to survive this long, so I was just working on getting as many kills as I could. Mostly because I'm fighting Japanese as a Russian, and it's also a night map, which isn't the best combination. So I was fully expecting to lose this one. And if I hadn't sprayed as much, just as I said before, I probably would have gotten another kill, and it would have been 9, so I'm a bit sad about that, but 8 is still a good result nonetheless in this thing. For now I see that the P51, it's either an NA or a K, I'm not too sure which one it is, but I just want to be there as quick as I can, because I have a feeling that P51 is going to die very soon, and I don't mind dropping my altitude. I'm in a Su-6, I'm not the most effective fighter. So what I want to do is just be as aggressive as I can and kill as many people as I could. Because, well, I'm not expecting to survive very long, which is some mentality you have to have in this plane, or in attackers in general. You're not going to be the main carrying force. You want to be that support, but you want to be a very aggressive support, so that you're always there. The plane isn't the fastest, it only goes about 500 in a straight line, so that's not very nice. Sprayed him to death. He's stalling out. I went for him first because he was further away, so I could, or closer to me, sorry. So I could go for him and then switch to the other guy, which is exactly what I did, and it worked out perfectly as he is absolutely burning up. He probably won't do a lot anymore. I'm trying to stall him out here, but the gunner, I'm very bad with gunner aim, as you can see. Ki 84 pulls in front of me, probably thinking that I'm just an Su-6, and he's right. I'm just an Su-6. Funny thing is, you can actually dogfight Ki 84s if you're on roughly equal energy. Believe it or not. Of course, if he has more energy or he can just stall you out, you are pretty much boned. But the moment you fuck up your engagement, you can mostly just nose away. And what happens is you use your gunner, and there's very little he can do. And I'm very sad I sprayed as much as I did right there, as well as the other ones, but that one was totally unnecessary. And now I only have 1 cannon round left. I'm gonna miss out on something. That guy overshot. A6M. I'm gonna pull after him because still I'm an Su-6. I don't really care. That's the main driving force of this plane. Don't care. I'm not getting the shot, so I don't even bother shooting there. I'm gonna get that J2M on me. At least I'm gonna try to. But he breaks off. 0 tailing me as a Ki 61, which I'm not too worried about. It's a Ki 61. That thing is pretty bad. He's doing a loop. This thing is an absolute tank as well, and Japanese guns aren't the strongest, so I'm not too worried at this point. Looking what they're all gonna do, and I'm gonna be turning back real quick. I don't have the firepower I have anymore, so I can't really be as aggressive as I want to be. Otherwise I could have gone in and just hosed someone down. And there we go. He misses. Going head on with him, only using the 7.7s. Thinking might get the one shot there, and I just get a hit, so it's a bit sad. I now have 2 on me. I'm turning away. Gonna go for the J2M. He only has 7 mil, so I don't give a single shit about what he's doing. Like, he's not gonna kill me. He's barely panning me. I set him on fire. And he's not gonna survive that. The egg doesn't survive fires very well. Or not very often. And you can see that he's barely doing any damage with that 7.7 of his. Which is pretty hilarious in his own regard. The cockpit area of this plane is absolutely buffed up. It's completely surrounded by armor, and if you're not using high caliber rounds, AP preferably, or you're using something like a rifle with AP, you're not gonna pen it. And the only way you're gonna pen it is shooting it from the top where you can see the glass. That glass is very thin, it's not gonna do anything. So, you know, you have to kind of pilot snipe this thing. Or take his wingtips off. The wingtips come off relatively easily, as well as creating the wing root. The wing root mostly makes it so that this plane becomes completely uncontrollable. I'm just gonna go back to base right now, and you'll see me on the takeoff. Here we are, A7M is engaging a BE6. So at this point I'm thinking about the meme that would be an 8 kill game. But I'm not very motivated it's gonna happen. Like, it's a BE6 and he's an A7M, so I'm expecting him to just still sit the BE6 and get completely hosed by the 23s. Luckily for me, he actually managed to, I don't know what he did, maybe he killed the gunners, or maybe he did something. He killed the BE6, and at this point I'm like, okay, good. I can 1v1 an A7M. You're not gonna hear me say that every day. I'm gonna be happy about 1v1ing an A7M, because I'm not really happy about it. I'm just happy that I get the potential to kill him. At this point I don't care about the win anymore, I just want to get the kills. And of course, getting those kills would mean I should win, right? So it kind of goes hand in hand. But I'm catching him for now. I know I'm spotted because I have the blind hunt on me. So instead of trying to climb after him, I just want to build up some speed. So I have some time to, or some energy to maneuver, some energy to pull lead, and maybe get a shot off. Instead of trying to equalize the energy state in terms of altitude and then me stalling out in his guns and not being able to get a shot off. I don't want that. I have plenty of ammo at this point. I'm just gonna spray. He probably doesn't expect it yet. I crit him and he's not dodging that anymore. And he pulls right into my guns. I'm not gonna show you the struggle that's catching this guy, but I will show you the kill on him. But, you know, I have to be inclusive, so to speak. The VYA-23s are very strong, and as you can see there, I set them on fire in pretty much a single burst. And right now I'm sad. It's gonna happen, but he put it out, which is a bit sad. I hit him a lot more. I hit him a lot more. I set him on fire again. And then that's a poor aim, but I have so much ammo that I don't really care anymore. All his gunners are burning up. And even if I don't have 23s anymore, I do have some, but even if I didn't have 23s anymore, at this point I don't really care. Like, I can just hose him down with the 7.7, and there we go, that's 8. And then we cut to the results screen. As you can see, a lot of hits, 29s, 8 kills. Quite a few bit of silver lions, don't really care about that, that's your kill log. And a few days later, I'm flying the Su-6 yet again, with Razor this time. Managed to get 7 this game, and this game was a bit more skill intensive. It wasn't as picking off blind people, it was a bit more about, it was still very lucky, don't get me wrong. I didn't stomp these people because of my skill or anything. It's mostly the plane being a meme and people underestimating it, which is pretty funny in its own regard. Do expect a little bit of cutting though, because, well, the video would be almost 35 minutes if I didn't, and I think that's a bit excessive. It's also, my voice is not gonna last that long. So instead I'm just going to cut out the boring parts. I'm not going to cut out the parts where I'm just setting up and climbing strategically. I'm only going to cut out the parts where I'm literally just waiting. I'm set up, I'm waiting for the enemy to come to me, and that's it. Like, you're not going to miss anything. I'm just going to spare you some time, spare my voice and spare my computer, because he has to render this thing and all of that in 1440p. And I have to go quite soon, so I don't really have the time for that. And it's just an Su-6, you know. I'm not making a high in-depth review right here. I'm showcasing some meme gameplay pretty much. And gameplays like this, or like these, is pretty much perfect to talk about what's going on with me. And not just about the plane, because not the most people will watch 10 minutes about the Su6 that actually care a little bit about me. So all the people that only care about the Su6 are pretty much gone by now. So I can talk a bit more about the channel and everything like that. It actually rips about 780, which is quite ridiculous, but you know, it's a tank. It's a bit like the IL-2. He's spraying me down like hell. I'm trying to dodge him and use the gunner at the same time, but for some reason I don't know if I can turn it off. I tried. Like, I do have the setting that makes it so you don't go level anymore, but it still keeps its original heading, which makes no sense to me, but you know, it's whatever. I'm trying to make him bleed his speed, get his gun pots off. He doesn't have gun pots anymore, I think, because he's only using his 7.7s. I'm not too sure at this point. I'm just trying to figure it out. Trying to go defensive with him. I don't know how he hit that, but you know, it's water and those servers are very good. Checking for the 109s, because I'm not going to pull after this A5 if I can't actually pull after him. The damaged wingtip is completely screwing me over, but it's just enough to get a shot on him. I don't care about my ammo, because I'm RTB because of that wingtip. He's pretty much dead. I just hose him down a little bit more. For some reason, all the 109s broke off. I think one ran out of ammo. I don't know what the other did. Razor crit one of them, so he's gonna go back to base and he's gonna crash. I'm just gonna go back to base and RTB as well. And I'm gonna be taking over the 1v6. It actually corrupted some of that gameplay, that's why it started right over here. I got a P47 who has been very passive this whole game. He has been waiting for me to get spotted. And other than that, he's just climbing all game. So I'm kind of worried about him. But I see that the 109 is diving. And I have to make a decision. Do I go for the quick kill that actually makes it so that it's only 1v1 right now? Or do I go for the one that's in such a better position and he actually sees me now? So he's probably going to dive on me. So at this point I'm not too sure what I'm actually going to do. I'm still going to trail this 109. See what a P47 is doing, because he definitely sees me. Check the horizon for more dots. I don't see any right now. And there he comes, the P47. He definitely sees me, no doubt about it. He's gunning right for me. He's a lot faster than me, and I know he's quite passive. I'm not too sure if he's passive about his engagement as well. I just know he was passive until he met me. So at this point I'm not too sure what he's going to do. And what I want to do right here is go below him, so he goes even faster, he bleeds even more speed. He gets a smaller opportunity to shoot me down. Get a hit, very sad indeed. Pull after him, only going 280 at this point. I've got some hits in. He starts to maneuver, shoot his wing off, and I'm gonna ignore him for the rest of the game. And now I'm glad I didn't dive on that 109, because otherwise I would have been food for the 109 right now. And I know that the 109 is probably gonna come to me, or at least he's going to try to, because I'm engaging the P47. So, good call on my end, and that's probably what won me the game in the end. And that P47 is not actually going to go down just yet. He's going to be flying around with one wing for about 5 minutes and then he's going to crash. I don't know. I think he tried to land it, because it didn't show a parachute instantly. And there we go, a 109. Number 2. 1v5 at this point if you don't call the dead P47. 2 kills under my belt and a crit. I'm waiting for the third. There's a dot on the horizon. I don't have much time and I want to get this kill as quickly as I can. Don't have to throttle drop, he's way faster than me. Keeping that 5000 silver line for the blind hunt. Easy clap. Spray a bit in his path, he's not moving at all, and I get pilot snipe. Good. And turn around. I want to go head on, I don't want him on my 6, I don't want him to throttle drop me. Most 109s don't think that. I can actually out dogfight them, but I definitely can. It's quite hilarious really. There we go. Touch the head on, go to his wingtip, so he has to rudder and roll, so he doesn't really get the chance to shoot. Missed that shot, but he's very slow, and I think I can just hose him down at this point. Yep, he doesn't expect me at all. Just flying straight. Another guy underestimating the Su6, and that's 3 kills in a very short time. And I'm just gonna climb again. I don't want to stall climb because I can't see anyone just yet. Or everyone, sorry. So at this point I'm kind of trying to get some speed up. So in case I do get jumped off guard, I can actually maneuver. I don't want to stall out. This thing's acceleration isn't the best, as you might have guessed, and as you might have seen for the last 15 minutes. And so I want to stay around 350 or a bit higher. Pentakill is all the way over there, which is good. Debating if I should actually RTB, debating if I should like stall them and let them come to me. I don't want to abuse the AA, but I just want to stay on this side of the map. I'm not too sure what I want to do at this point. And then I see the 109 ground pounding. I see one on the runway. So I guess I'm just gonna go in there. There's 4 people left. One is a bomber. So that's 1v3. And just gonna fly over there. Don't go too slow. I know where some of them are, and I see one dot on the horizon. He keeps disappearing though, so it's kind of hard to see what it is. I think at this point that it's the bomber, but I'm not too sure. So I'm just gonna fly over there. I want to intercept that 109 that's ground pounding with bombs, because he seems like a very good target right now. But I also don't want to get below that Panzer killer. He has 3 kills, so he's probably not the worst pilot in the world. So I want to be aware of him as well. Of course I don't know at this point if he's any good. But he has 3 kills, so it's safe to assume that he at least has somewhat of a brain. So what I don't want to do is go to the deck for that guy that's ground pounding. He's probably going to go RTB to get a lot of bomb. So I'm not too worried about that. So I'm just going to be climbing straight in, trying to get as much altitude as I can, so that I can engage the 109. It's going to take a bit for me to reach over there. So I'll just explain you in a little bit why I didn't really make any videos last week. I have pretty much no motivation left for this game. And that comes in terms of playing. And there goes the 109. Perfect. Well, kind of sad because I can't get the 8 kill. But you never know, he might have killed me. He probably would have, actually, looking in hindsight. But I don't have any motivation to play this game at the moment. I really don't. And it's not just playing, it's also these videos. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't want to take some time off, because I know that when I take time off, I did that with my gym. I took a week off, and now we're a year later and I still didn't go. So I don't want to do that to you all, because this time it's not me, or it's still me that's affected, but you're more affected by it than me. I only have to put in like 30 minutes to sit down, probably even less, and you all like combined, when there's like 3,000 people watching or more, I don't know the numbers, even if it's only 1,000 people, like it's a lot of minutes of enjoyment to all of you. So I kind of want to keep it up. I'm trying to find my motivation back, but for now I'm not too sure what I want to play, and I don't feel like playing anything, so it's a bit tough to play this game right now. So bear with me. I do have some videos in the waiting line. I have another Kika video, which is some quite good gameplay. I'm trying to get some Phantom video, but it's such a boring plane, I can't. So yeah, just bear with me for a little bit. I'm not gonna stop doing YouTube, but just bear with me. It's gonna give me some time. It's gonna be fine. I'll be continuing probably quite soon. Normally when I lose my motivation, it's gonna be back in like a couple of weeks. So I just have to keep going for now, and you'll probably just see more content. And back to the gameplay. Trying to spray this guy down. I don't have the most amount of ammo, and I think that I still need to kill 3 people. I have that bomber. I have this guy that I don't know how passive he's going to be, and the way he's flying it right now, he's probably going to be pretty passive. I still have to kill an ME-264, which aren't the squishiest target to begin with, and I'm not too sure if that P-47 is going to land or not, because he's been flying around with 1 wing for a while now. And what I don't want to happen is me using all my ammo on this guy, and then the P-47 repairing, and then I have to kill a P-47 with 7.7s? Nah, it's not going to happen. This 109 is playing it safe, he's playing it like he should have. So I'm gonna break off, give him some separation, because time is not in my favor right now. I only have 5 minutes of fuel. And if this guy keeps dragging on like this, I'm gonna be running quite low indeed. 264s over there as predicted. And I keep looking at the enemy airbase, the airstrip, to see if I can see a dot on the runway of the P-47. I'm not too sure where he landed, I'm not too sure where he crashed in the end. But for now I'm trying to look for him. So I don't want to be caught off guard by a P-47 that I shot a wing off. I'm not about to be killed by a guy that I killed. I refuse. It's gonna happen. I know it happened before. But I try to keep it at a minimum. 109 turned around. He took quite a while to turn around there. I don't know why he took so long. But Here we go again. I'm going about 380. I want to push a head-on if I can. Not too worried about him killing me in the head-on, because this thing is an absolute tank. And the surface profile of what he can hit and can damage in a direct head-on isn't very big, because the wingtips are very slim. And the shells are probably just going to go over and below it. Here we go. I'm trying to get my speed up, giving him the illusion that he has a lot more energy. Well, I say the illusion, but he does have a lot more energy. He still doesn't dive in. I'm getting kind of annoyed with this guy for how patient he is. And I'm just going to be flying straight. I want him to dive on me. Get a little bit of altitude out of it, because I don't want to be... like, I'm sparing the energy right now, so I can prolong the fight. Because I know that if he keeps doing this, then I will run out of energy in the end. So I don't want to waste all of it right here on one kill. I don't want to dump all of my energy, waste the opportunity to win this game after going 1v4. That would be a shame. So I'm going to be dodging his head on, the same as always, using his rudder and his roll to my advantage. Not using my flaps to turn. There goes the P47. Spray a little bit. Don't get any sauce. Not too sure where he is. But for now I'm just guessing that he's repairing. And since I got the kill, he got more damage after the landing. So I'm gonna be guessing on 1.5 minutes at least for the landing. So I should have some time. And I have only 2 minutes of fuel left, which is kind of a pressing matter at this point. And he goes back into his climb that he did before. And this time I anticipated it. So what I'm going to do is go straight. Goes fast, and with fast I mean fast for this plane, because it only goes 500 yet again. So I'm gonna be going in a slight dive, pick up some speed, close the gap, and when I'm right below him I'm just gonna cut him off and try to hose him down. And he makes a very big mistake here. He tries to stall me out like this, but I have a lot of speed. When you're climbing like that, you're not having a lot more energy than me. So I snipe him out of the air, lay off the web, and we'll right back to base. And that's 6 kills. Keep looking at the scoreboard to see if that P47 actually repaired, and he J'd out. And if you J out with a dead, that means that you're not going to spawn in. That's a tip for the future as well. If you have a dead on your stat card or on your scoreboard, and you land and you try to change your loadout, you will not be able to spawn back in. Keep that in mind. You're just going to be looking at the respawn screen as if you were dead. Yeah, so if you have a dead on the scoreboard in that game, do not under any circumstance J out if you want to change your loadout. You're just going to be watching the spawn screen. You're not going to be able to spawn in. So keep that in mind in the future. If you actually made it to 23 minutes of this god awful plane, it's a good meme. It's slow. Its strength is being slow. And when you get something which strength is being slow, there's a little bit of a problem with that. The problem with that is that you might be able to 1v1 because you're slower than people and you stall later. But the moment it's 2v1, you don't have the energy to maneuver. You don't have the energy to do anything. So keep that in the back of your mind when you fly any like these planes, just like a biplane. You do 1 or 2 turns and you completely outturn the first guy, but you don't have any energy left for the second. So keep that in mind. Me264 came right at me. How nice of him. Set him on fire and crit him right after that. Waiting for him to burn up, but no, it's a Me264. He's gonna put the fire out. He's not gonna be giving a single shit, and he's just gonna try to land. And this was the longest few minutes in my life. Oh, that's a lie. Maybe the second longest. I'm just waiting for him to crash at this point. I just got another crit for the fact that he burned his engines up. And there we go. That's 7. 7 and 8 kills and an Su-6. There you have it. Su-6 as per request. Probably going to be the Kika next. Or maybe another jet. I'm not too sure yet. I really don't know what I should play at this point. I'm going to be trying to get my motivation a bit back. I'm going to be trying some different things. Try another game. Try to get some time off. I have enough footage to actually keep this up for a bit. So don't worry about the footage in general. But do expect a little hit in the frequency of it. Because I'm not going to be uploading every week anymore. At the moment I can't do that. I just can't. Expect like one every 10 days roughly, maybe a week. I try to do every Sunday, but I don't want to promise something that I can't keep. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.